The JQ Project presents The Words I Carried by 𝗏𝗏𝗏. The Words I Carried. The first time Noah noticed Eli wasn't because of a smile. It was because of a crowd. Middle school hallways always sounded louder than they really were. Lockers slammed, shoes squeaked against faded tile. Someone laughed too hard at a joke that wasn't funny. Then came the voices. "Don't stand next to him. I heard he has lice." Ew. A circle had formed around a skinny boy whose backpack looked almost as heavy as he was. He kept running his fingers through his brown hair, almost like he was trying to prove something that couldn't be proven. "I don't have lice," he whispered. Nobody cared. Noah watched for a few seconds before his backpack hit the floor. "Y'all seriously picking on him because of a rumor?" The hallway grew quiet. One of the boys rolled his eyes. "Mind your business." "No." Noah stepped between them. "You don't even know if it's true." Another laugh. "So what? So leave him alone." There wasn't anything heroic about it. Noah's heart was pounding so hard he thought everyone could hear it, but eventually the crowd drifted away, looking for something easier to laugh at. The hallway emptied. Only Noah and Eli remained. "You okay?" Noah asked. Eli shrugged without looking up. "I guess. You don't have lice, do you?" Eli laughed for the first time that day. "No. I figured. Silence. Thanks. No problem." It should have been the end of the story. It wasn't. People always say they remember the biggest moments of their lives. Noah remembered the smallest. Walking beside Eli to class, borrowing pencils, accidentally making eye contact across the cafeteria, saying "what's up" in passing. Nothing dramatic, nothing romantic, just enough for Noah to realize that every time he saw Eli, something inside him shifted. He didn't have a word for it back then. He only knew that seeing Eli made ordinary days feel different. As the years passed, they stayed in each other's orbit, not inseparable, not strangers. Friends who crossed paths enough that life kept reminding Noah what he already knew. Middle school became high school. People changed. Voices deepened. Dreams got bigger. Noah slowly came to understand himself. He was pansexual, mostly attracted to men. It wasn't scary anymore. At least, not until he thought about Eli. Because Eli always talked about girls. Or at least that's what everyone assumed. Noah never wanted to become another rumor, so he stayed quiet. Every time they talked, Noah convinced himself the timing wasn't right. Maybe after graduation, maybe next month, maybe next year. Life always found a reason first. Someone got busy, someone moved schools, someone got a job, someone forgot to answer a text. Years slipped away without asking permission. Sometimes Noah wondered if attraction could become a habit, because every time Eli laughed, every birthday, every random reunion, every accidental conversation, that same spark from the hallway came back. It had never really left. By 22, Noah had accepted something. He wasn't afraid of rejection. He was afraid of regret. An opportunity appeared in another state, a fresh start. Boxes filled his bedroom. His family talked about new beginnings. Friends planned one last party before everyone scattered into adulthood. Noah almost didn't go. He's thankful he did. The music wasn't too loud. People floated between conversations. Old classmates laughed about teachers whose names they'd almost forgotten. Someone challenged everyone to cards. Someone else danced badly on purpose. Near midnight, Noah found Eli outside on the porch. The summer air felt heavy. "You leaving soon?" Eli asked. "In a couple weeks." "Dang. Yeah." A long silence settled between them. Noah looked out toward the empty street. "I've been wanting to tell you something." Eli smiled. "I know." Noah blinked. "What? I've known." "You, what?" "I've known." Noah stared at him. "For how long?" Eli laughed quietly. "I don't know. Years." Noah couldn't even process the answer. "You knew?" "Yeah." "Then, why didn't you ever say anything?" Eli leaned against the porch railing. "I don't know. You never acted like it. I figured maybe I was wrong. You talked to me sometimes like nothing was there. So I told myself I imagined it." Noah looked down at the porch boards. "I didn't imagine it. I know. Another silence, one that somehow felt heavier than the first. So, Noah forced himself to ask, "What does that mean?" Eli looked out toward the street instead of answering immediately. "I don't really know." Noah nodded before Eli even continued. "I've always been confused." Another pause. "I never really let myself think about it." Noah listened. "I can't tell you yes." His stomach tightened, but Eli rubbed the back of his neck. "I can't honestly tell you no either." The words hung in the humid night. Neither of them knew what to do with them. Noah had imagined this conversation 1,000 different ways. None of them sounded like this. No grand confession, no kiss, no dramatic ending, just two people finally saying the truth out loud. "I guess life got in the way," Noah said softly. "It usually does." They both laughed. It wasn't a happy laugh. It wasn't a sad one either. It sounded more like acceptance. When Noah drove away from his hometown 2 weeks later, he carried fewer boxes than he expected, because for years he'd carried a sentence he was too afraid to say. Now it belonged to the past. He still didn't know what the future held. Maybe Eli would someday discover exactly who he was. Maybe he wouldn't. Maybe their paths would cross again. Maybe they wouldn't. Some stories aren't remembered because they ended with certainty. Some are remembered because, for one quiet summer night, two people finally stopped pretending they didn't already know. And sometimes, the bravest thing love can do is tell the truth, even when the answer is still unfinished. For more audio story content, please like and subscribe to my channel.